it's Riley here. So it's day 24 now of recovery from phalloplasty, and I wanted to do a little topic video around my arm today and exactly what is going on with that and the actual situation around it. So I've talked a little about like my graft not taking and just like that things look really bad and whatnot, but I haven't exactly went into depth of what exactly happened or is happening. So I'm going to start from the beginning. And once I had my surgery and came out of that, and then I had a cast basically on my arm. Well, I didn't end up seeing my arm until about day 7, and when they took it everything off, right about here there was a hematoma, and it was quite big, and it was a concern for me, but like I've also had hematomas in the past, so I knew what it looked like, and they tried to like burst it, but like it wasn't going anywhere. Nothing was happening when we poked it, so we are just like, okay, your body's just gonna absorb it. I wasn't really concerned too much about it because I know, like, I've had hematomas before, and I know like the body can absorb a certain amount of the like liquids and blood from a hematoma, so I was like, hey, like, yeah, whatever, that's fine. But I didn't realize with having a hematoma in a skin graft can actually cause issues. That was my lack of knowledge, and it was not something I ever really like heard about or knew about going into phalloplasty. So it wasn't something I even like thought to really like do much information on. I was more so focusing on the actual phalloplasty side of things, not the skin graft side of things. So yeah, basically with the hematoma, then it started to eventually like dissipate and go down. But then once it like went down to a certain point, it actually like ended up pooling into the skin. And actually I have, so basically like different sections of my graft. So I have one rectangular piece right here, another piece up here, and then a piece over here. So it's like 3 or 4 different areas of actual skin grafts throughout my arm here. But this one rectangular piece is what was affected. So most, like about, I would say like 80% of that little like rectangular piece was pooled, and because of that, while it was healing, it wasn't quite adhered to the skin or to like the underneath yet. So the basically once it pooled, it just ended up like now not attaching to anything, and then it caused my skin to actually separate and not adhere to anything. So then basically that just the only layer of skin that I had on top of my graft ended up not taking. And so I sent pictures to Montreal, and they said like, no, like, that's fine, a scab will form, blah blah, and then it will heal. So I noticed that over the next couple of days, yes, like a scab like form started healing, but I realized it wasn't exactly a scab, and something told me like, this isn't a scab, like this isn't normal, like normally how I scab, like I know my body very well. And so, I reached out and kind of like did some research, and then I actually ended up finding out from the team and from doing research that it's called eschar. And what it is, it's like a scab-like substance, but it's very thick, very hard, and it's just, very different. And in some cases, it actually can be very detrimental and like needs to be removed. And then that skin graft would have to be redone, which I'm hoping it doesn't. I'm keeping an eye on it and keeping in touch with my team and just keeping them informed on everything. As of right now, though, there is still a big portion that is still not healing. And I'm almost at 4 weeks post-op, and I still have like a little bit of a blister where the hematoma is, and still like about 80% of that is still like all like very black and very dark. So it's just very concerning for me to see that, and it's just something I'm trying not to worry about, but have to be very informative of like what is going on. I have to like take pictures every day, kind of keep an eye on things. And within doing so, I also realized that I've been getting these things called hypergranulation tissues. So basically, if you look at your skin, it's all very like flush and all the same like height. Well, I'm getting little bumps that are coming out through actually the eschar, and it's like a tissue. I can tell it's like a soft, more of a like a pinkish tissue than like just a regular blister that I was getting, because I have to pop certain blisters, but these ones were not the same, and they're the hypergranulation tissue. And I only originally had about 1 or 2, and now I have about like almost 6, and some of them are big, some of them are small. And I'm just concerned about like exactly why, like what is causing this, why is this happening, and maybe like what I can do to help fix it. And I'm really not sure right now. I did message Montreal today and hoping to hear back from them exactly, like maybe if there's something I'm doing wrong, maybe there's something I need to do differently, or if this is just something that's happening because of the eschar. I'm not really sure, but I definitely will keep you all posted once I know more. But those two like complications combined, definitely, was something that I never really heard about. Most of the rest of my arm is looking really, really good. I wish that this one part would look exactly the same, but, it's just something that happened with my recovery, like through surgery. I don't exactly know why the hematoma was caused, but it ended up creating more complications and issues with my arm, now down the road. So the biggest thing is hoping that I won't need another surgery. Obviously, if I do, I will keep you all posted. I'm, keeping in touch, like I said, with all my doctors and surgeons and keeping them informed as much as I can as well along the road, and making sure that they're aware of everything that's happening as it's happening, and also just keeping in touch with them in case something, does pop up. But yeah, I kind of wanted to share this with you all because I don't really hear too many people, or if at all, going through this specific complication with arm grafts and having to deal with, all of these situations, and exactly how to deal with them, or if there's things that can be preventative of, with the hypergranulation tissue, or even the eschar. I never really heard about it until I ended up dealing with it, and now it's finding out information of exactly what it is and how to help it, and how to get it better, and what things I may need to do in case it doesn't. But yeah, I will share as much information on this topic as much as I can along the way. And again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or topics you would like me to talk about, feel free to do so. And I just hoping that these videos will help somebody else down the road that is going through this process, and hopefully nobody else deals with this complication specifically, but if they do and they see these, that it will help educate them a little bit, and know that they're not alone in this recovery, and that someone else has also gone through it as well. But thank you all for watching. And lastly, I will say, if you would like to support me in any way, there is going to be a link in my description, and it'll bring you to my link tree, which will give you access to my Amazon wish list and a tip option if you would like to do so, as well as my link to all my other social medias. If you would like to follow me, feel free to do so, but make sure you follow me on here. And thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now.